Yo, yo, it's your boy Fro, and today I'm going to be talking about the movies and the documentary and the show that I got to watch in December 2023. Happy holidays to all. Hope you guys had a good happy new year, and we're moving on to 2024. Godzilla Minus One. Now, I did a full review on my channel if you guys want to check it out, but long story short, I had a great time. I thought the performances were fantastic, and despite the maybe 5 or 6 Godzilla out of 33 movies I've seen out of this whole franchise, I would have to say so far this is my favorite Godzilla film. And the stakes were super high, very emotional, more emotional than I expected. Godzilla is very threatening in this movie. We've seen him wipe out cities so many times and crush down buildings, but this one felt very unique and very dark, which I really love. So Godzilla Minus One, I highly recommend. Next up, we got Silent Night, the new John Woo directed film. And this was his first American film that he's directed in about 20 years, since Ben Affleck's Paycheck. Now, this one people hate and despise. I don't hate the film, but I don't love it either. I'm not a fan of this one. There were some things that I did like Joel Kinnaman's main performance. I thought he was very capable, did a great job with the challenge of not having any speaking roles. And I thought he shined with his facial expressions and his acting. But overall, the film is not great. There's a lot of parts that made me facepalm, made me cringe, made me be like, what the fuck is going on? And the finale overall, I wasn't a big fan of. I thought the Kevin Bacon death sentence film, without too many spoilers, did the ending better there than this one here. And if you want to disagree, that's fine, no problem. But that's my personal 2 cents. I enjoyed Death Sentence overall more than Silent Night. And the reason I compared it to was because I felt a lot of similarities popping off while I was watching this film. But Silent Night wasn't a big fan of. I thought it could have been way better. But I don't hate it as much as some other people do. So right down the middle. If you want a full review, check it out on my channel. It's already out. The next one we have up is Leo, the new Adam Sandler Netflix film where he's playing this old lizard. And he's afraid that he's on the crunch time of his life. He feels he's going to die soon. He thinks that his species don't live long. So he's pretty scared. This one, there's some things I didn't like and I thought was pretty weird for sure. Like the use of the AI drone or that follows the one kid in the classroom. I thought that was really weird. But I did like this movie overall. I thought it was pretty funny. I thought Bill Burr as Adam Sandler's best friend, the old tortoise or the turtle, I thought he did a good job. He was pretty funny. He gave me some chuckles. Adam Sandler puts on that voice that you're going to hate or love it. You know, the yeah. So we do have a goofy Adam Sandler voice. If you're not a fan of when he does voices, I don't think this one will be for you. But there were also some pretty, tiny messages here and there where the Leo, the lizard, is helping out the kids in the classroom. He's helping them overcome their troubles at home and how they live their life and they're socially awkward. Their troubles overall. And I just thought this film was pretty fun. There were some things, of course, I didn't like that were pretty weird, but overall I had a good time and I thought it was a pretty decent film. Moving on to my rewatches, I had a great time on my second viewing with Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Here's another full review on my channel if you can check it out. The first time I saw the movie, it went over my head, and there were some things I chuckled here and there, but some of the emotional notes didn't hit me as hard on this viewing, especially with the more grown-up watch, if you will. I love John Candy in this film, love Steve Martin. The two of them in here are pretty much a flawless chemistry. They do a fantastic job together. John Candy, his heart and his soul was into this character, Del Griffith. You can feel every emotional note, especially when we get toward the finale. And he's a character you definitely root for, despite him having a bunch of catastrophe and fucking up so many things. Even when he doesn't mean to, his heart is on his sleeve for sure. And Steve Martin does a great job as Neil. He's no nonsense and he's really grumpy. He's having the worst luck ever to his character. But these two are awesome together, and I highly recommend this film. And the last rewatch that I got to catch was a super indie UK film called Cockneys versus Zombies. And if you haven't seen this one, give it a shot. It gives me some Shaun of the Dead kind of vibes here and there. I do think Shaun of the Dead is a way better film overall, but Cockneys versus Zombies gives me some big chuckles. There's some pretty cool characters. Alan Ford, I think, is a very underrated actor, and he steals the show hands down as one of the older grandpas that kicks ass in this movie. There's a rest home of older senior citizens, and we see them fighting back against the zombies. And when they pop up, it's the best part of the film. The other half is dealing with some bank robbery. That's kind of cool. You're like, the characters are cool, but when the old folks pop up, the movie turns into damn near like a 10 out of 10. But overall, I give it like a light 8, maybe a 8 out of 10. Could it be a little bit better? Sure, but I still enjoy it, and I've always had a good time with this film. And it was a cool rewatch. Now, you guys can make fun of me all you want, but I had a decent watch with the Milli Vanilli documentary, the brand new one. I caught it on Paramount. It might be on Showtime, but I saw it on Paramount Plus. But this one is a fucked up tale, and as a laughing stock as some people can see Milli Vanilli as, I understand, they did a really good job going into the backstory of why the infamous stage incident occurred where the needle was skipping and they were exposed as lip singers. And they also, the one that's alive, Fab Morvan, who I'm actually pretty cool with. I'm actually pretty cool with one of the Milli Vanilli guys, the one that's still alive. And he's a super down-to-earth, humble guy. He even admits that they did feel a bit powerful while they were transforming into these huge pop stars. He explains also that there was so much fucked up shit going on with the label, and the head guy, Frank, I'm forgetting his last name, he pretty much set Milli Vanilli up to be these lip singers when they really wanted to sing from the start. But he took advantage of how their upbringing and where they came from, etc. But overall, I don't want to spoil everything. I might do a full review on this documentary, but I had a great time. I thought it was pretty sad and messed up and pretty dark as well. But shout out to Fab Morvan. He's a really cool dude. And I do recommend this one if you ever get a chance to check it out, just to see how messed up and how brutal the label and the music industry can be. This is the only show or series that I got to watch. It was a reality show called Squid Game, The Challenge. I am a fan of the original Korean show, Squid Game. I think it's pretty damn good, pretty thrilling. We have some nice set pieces. There's a lot of characters that I'm rooting for, like Ali, and I'm forgetting the main character's name, but I also like his performance. I love Player One, the old man. I thought he was a great performance. But back to The Challenge. I was watching some reviews and overall they were pretty shitting on it. I wasn't hearing too many good things about this reality show, so I went into it with pretty low expectations. But overall, I gotta say that I was pleasantly surprised. Like the original show, there were some characters here in The Challenge that I was rooting for. I could name about 5 or 7 characters easily that I really got to like, that I really like their personalities, etc., their smarts and their wits and how they would maneuver through the games. I did like some of the people here. Now, is this show over dramatic? Absolutely. There's a lot of boo-hoo crying and but we do have some fair share of cool dramatic moments where some characters are going against each other, some are forming alliances. And the ones that do get eliminated, some that you are rooting for, and when they do get eliminated, you're like, fuck, that sucks. And some of the games are pretty decent, and I would say even pretty intense. So, low expectations, like I said, but I rather enjoyed this reality show. But that's it, y'all. That's my final month for 2023, what I watched in December. Thank y'all for tuning in. I hope you guys been enjoying this little mini series that I've been putting together, my monthly watches. And if you guys want to catch more, comment below. Let me know. And that's it. Until next time, thank you guys again. Thizzle. Happy holidays.